Hey, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to do an interesting video, something a little different than my normal two-way stuff on the channel. The reason why I named the channel I did is so that there was some freedom to do any kind of video that I'm really interested in, topics, things that I enjoy doing, something that I have something to say on. And so today we're going to kind of do some nostalgic videos. So if anybody knows what this is, a Super NES controller or the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This is not the original Nintendo, that would be a generation prior, but this is, you know, the precursors to things like the Switch and the Wii and all that stuff. And so I wanted to do a video on that because of kind of the desire to getting a Switch and working towards that. I miss the NES and the simplicity of that life. And so we're going to take a look at these and something that I found really interesting, and I hope you guys do as well. So let's go back to the NES. The NES, Super NES, came out in mid-1990s, I believe. And it was... would be 32-bit, I believe, also for the system. And so this is an original NES game box controller, or box for a controller. And look at this, a original NES controller, something that I find super awesome to play with. And I brought it out just a few weeks ago for my kids to enjoy. So the Super NES, pretty interesting. One thing that I found really cool about these old controllers, and those that are nostalgic will understand, is they took a beating. We were able to throw these across the room, get all frustrated, and they were fine. And this controller is original, made in Japan. Oh, it even says 1991, so even earlier than what I said, mid-90s. Nonetheless, during my childhood. So that was kind of a cool system. And real nostalgic and super easy buttons to use and super simple. And even there, sometimes when they went in these off-brands and you were able to adjust the key sensitivity and the turbo and all this stuff, I mean, that's kind of an interesting controller. This is kind of back in the day, I always had cords and kind of a cool little controller there. You know, you make a lot of adjustments. Well, in entered the 8bitDo. This is an interesting gamepad because it has the ability to be Bluetooth, and it plays things like on the Switch, the Windows, Android, Apple, and Steam. And you can do it multiple different ways. You can do Bluetooth gamepad and then a USB as well. So let's take a look at it. This is stuff that I find really interesting. Look at that coloring. Now it's quite a bit darker than the original one. You can take a look at it. But it is very nostalgic nonetheless. The quality of it, if you felt the plastics, you'd say there's pretty close to similar. Now in current standards, current days, I'm not going to take a little sticker off right now, but in current days, it seems like you're getting cheaper and cheaper plastics. This one is battery. Let's see if it's got any juice in her. It doesn't look like it's got any juice in it. I'll have to charge that. Kind of neat because it is a USB-C. Which I like. I'm tired of finding Chinese-made things that you want to buy, like headphones, whatever it may be. It was still the micro USB. Come on, guys, get with the times. USB-C is the way to go. But every button feels tactile, good movement. Kind of unique to have joysticks added to the Super NES controller. And an extra set of buttons. So you have L and R, but then you have the lower like trigger buttons, L1, L2. And R1, R2. And then you have a pair of Bluetooth button. That's pretty unique, pretty cool. What else is in the box? Oh, a USB cord. You can charge that, which we'll need to do. So that is the 8bitDo, or 8bitDo. Very interesting controller. If you look these guys up on Amazon, I believe is where I got mine. They have a lot of different colors, different combinations you can buy. I really am kind of taken back to the nostalgic of this controller. It's very well built. Even has the funky screws that you can't access, of course. You got to get a really small Torx. Pretty similar to the original. That one was Phillips, but nice and small. So pretty cool. you know, when you get to the nostalgicness of it, that is one way to go. And the price of them are not terrible. I think it was like 30 bucks. Definitely not terrible compared to what current Switch controllers are going for. And you're not having to deal with that teeny little remote. So there you go, guys. I hope you liked this nostalgic throwback. We have lots of nostalgic things around here. An old Zach Morris phone. But things I really enjoy are nostalgic and playing with games. And so you might see more videos on kind of gamer topics. Well, guys, I do thank you for checking out the channel. Remember to stay connected, stay informed. See you on the next video.